In this segment, we're going to talk about storage a little bit. The two biggest forms of storage today are the hard drive, the traditional storage, and then the flash drive. We're going to take a look at each of those. The hard drive, a number of things to know about it. Number one, it's hermetically sealed, so there's nothing in here that usually a user touches or anything like that. You need to keep dust out of it. You need to keep it absolutely clean until you're ready to get rid of it. When you get ready to get rid of it, then you want to destroy it completely, because too many times the data which is on there can actually be recovered. The flash drive is a much cheaper form of storage, and if we take a look at it, there's really not a whole lot to it. This is a typical USB flash drive, goes by the name flash drive, jump drive, they're all pretty much the same. Okay, if we take a look at what we have inside here, all we really have is we actually just have the memory, which is what's storing the information, and then the electronics. The majority of the electronics are actually just used for the light, which comes on when you're saving or reading files. So there's not a lot to that. If we want to destroy one of these, it's pretty easy to do. We can use a hammer, we can use a drill press, almost anything where you're destroying the memory chip itself, you've destroyed the card. Now with the actual hard drive, we want to take it apart and destroy it. You can get what's called a hard drive grinder and throw the entire thing in there. Very expensive things to do. There are also companies that specialize in doing hard drive destruction, and if you have a lot of them, it may be something to consider. But if you need to do a few of them, this is the way to do so. You've got a couple of screws that hold them together. Quite often those are Torx screws. Usually T8 or T10 will be the Torx driver to use. This one actually takes T8. We've already loosened up the screws so that they can come out quite easily. When you go to pull the cover off, it'll be difficult to do, and again, that's because there's usually a glue or something on there. The idea under normal circumstances is to keep air out, to keep this thing completely sealed. It's only when you want to destroy it that it becomes an issue. And when we pull this apart, we'll just, on this particular one, we'll just slide it, and then I'll show you pieces from another one. You'll see that what we have is we actually have what looks like CD in here, the platters that are there. There'll be a couple of platters. The platters are actually what are storing the data. It is magnetic data, and so you can use a degausser if you want to. A degausser is a huge magnet that will go through and completely wipe out the data. If you're not sure that that's what you want to go with, then you're going to want to destroy the platters. That's the key. The problem with degaussers is they also are very expensive. Okay, we're going to move this out of the way and actually go to one that is disassembled here. And you'll see that we have the platter, and then we have the actual, this one's been damaged a little bit, but this is the actual head that does the reading and writing onto those. So it reads and writes at tracks. What you want to do is pull this apart, and the platters, as I said, look an awful lot like CD, but much, much more sturdy. Get it apart there, and it's very, very strong metal. That's what we want to damage, every one of those that we find inside the hard drive. The rest of it can simply be thrown away and tossed away, and that will secure our data.